Welcome everyone back to the Dragon Den. My name is Winter, and we are back with some more Myst 4 Revelation. I realized, like, late yesterday that I've been calling it Revelations, and it's just Revelation, no S, not plural. So, oops. There's only going to be one revelation. If we have more than one revelation, this has been I'm going to sue for false advertising. You have been hugged by a Durg. Sure, I gotta be fair. Ready for more adventures in babysitting? I am ready for more adventures in babysitting. There we go. Gotta be fair. Okay. Let's do. Where is resume? Is there a resume? There is load game. Yes. Go ahead and load that file. Okay. So we just finished getting a look at both, I think it was Serenia and Rhyme in the Crystal Viewer. And so we need to go finish exploring that little last bit and see if there's anything different now that we have the amulet. See what more information we can ascertain now that we have the Deus Ex Machina of this game. Oh, wait. Whoops. Do I remember the crystal code to Riven from Real Myst? Oh, yeah. We were going to try that, weren't we? Thank you for reminding me. I do not off the top of my head, but I can probably just look it up real quick. Real Myst, Riven. Okay, Google AI overview, you have no idea what you're talking about. I just googled what the crystal code was, and the Google AI overview goes, the Riven crystal code in Real Myst is Artus in quotation marks. Simply type this word into the crystal to access the next area of the game. I can probably search without the AI. Or, you know what, that might actually... How do I type in Artus? There's no, like, text input anywhere. Here we go. This... I found an image of what the code looks like. So it's going to be, we're on red first, right? Yeah, red. We need that one in the first spot. And we have green. A single slanted tower. I think it's this one. Yes, and then we have a blue. Where's crown? There's the crown. We have a blue crown. And then we have the yellow small one. And we have, it's purple. Can't quite make out exactly what the shape is, though. I think it's... I want to say it's this one, maybe? Let's try it. Nothing's happening. The blue crown might be cyan. No, that is definitely dark blue. We could try cyan though. Maybe this purple one is this one actually. No. Okay, so let's try the cyan crown and see if that works. The surface behind the crystal center is blue. Okay. Wait, I'm waiting. The right crystal is the wrong shape. This one, right? This is the one I thought at first, but I thought maybe I chose the wrong one. Middle one has to be cyan. Now change the center to cyan. Okay. Oh, we got something, I think. It didn't give me the error noise. But all we're seeing is static and what looks like very faint, like, I see stars. It's in the void. You can, like, see, like, very faint in the void stuff. That's fun. Yep, Riven is no more. Riven indeed suffer a catastrophic collapse. Okay. That's cool. If we think of any more, like, crystal combinations that could potentially work, we can always come back and try them out too every time we're in Tamana. And we need to go on to the second floor. And let me out elevator. This place, like, Tamana looks very eerie at night. Like, it's like the embodiment of, like, creepy comfy. Okay, down there leads to the family tree, which we do have a clue and to be able to decipher the family tree. I don't know what mouse cursor you're talking about. I don't know what mouse cursor at all. I promise I'm a professional. If Cyan did add rhyme to the latest version of Myst, it would be really cool if all these combos did work in it, even if the game doesn't tell you any of them. After all, they would just need to pull still images and assign each to a code. That would be really cool. That would be really cool indeed. Oh wait, I forget the entire reason why we actually came back down here. We came back down here to check to see if the amulet has any more information for us. So we do. I think we should go down to that family tree actually to just check it out and see if there's a memory attached to it. They still plan to add it to the... Oh, that's awesome. Whenever they do that update, I'm definitely going to have to check out the newest Myst, the newest Myst again, just to see, like, what possible differences they have with the current version of Rhyme.
That's the 5th time this week, Artus. If you insist on blowing the power so often, then you must make sure we have some kind of backup supply. What if someone gets stuck in the elevator?
I mean, she has a good point. Getting stuck in the elevator would literally, not be good. Still locked. Imagine it comes down to what they can justify putting the time into. I bet you have a memory now. You do indeed.
The poor thing. Cirrus said he tried everything he could, but it just didn't like living in his garden. A few days in here, and I bet you it will look much better.
Interesting. That was Catherine. So she's helping Cirrus with, like, growing a flower? Okay. I'm in Catherine's territory now. There's a drawer that I missed? Oh no. Oh, there's also that book of butterflies that I should look at, probably. Ah, there it is. I see it. Maybe. Oh, I was looking at the wrong drawer. This is the drawer that I missed. Hello?
I linked to Haven yesterday. The smell of its beach washed over me long before my vision cleared. With the veil of haze slowly lifting from my eyes, I forced myself to breathe very deeply. I had not told Artus I was doing this. He would have argued with me and told me again how dangerous it is to visit the prison ages before Tamana's linking chamber is built. But construction takes time, and I could no longer wait for him. The sight of the shipwreck rising out of the sea filled me with unexpected dread. Of course, I'd known it would be there. I'd seen it countless times in Atrus's viewer. But seeing it for real through slanted metal bars made me realize exactly what we'd done. I imagined the words my son would throw at me, and courage drained, away like summer wine. I did not try to signal him. I feel nothing but numbness now. It was my idea to write the chambers into existence, to bend the arts so that a secure room might be inserted in each age, with solid walls no force of man might break. Only then could we risk visiting our sons and leaving a Tamana linking book behind us when we left. It took me months to convince Artus this could work. But now that the chambers exist, and I will speak to my sons for the first time in years, I find myself not knowing what to say. How will I explain our decision to leave them prisoners? If hardship and isolation have not caused them to repent, as was our hope, what words will soothe the anger in their souls? Weeks have passed, and still I have not found the courage to link again. Perhaps it is just as well. Artus was not pleased when he learned what I had done. He begged me to have more patience, then put extra pressure on the Guild of Stonemasons to finish. Today they informed us that Tamana's chamber will be ready in 2 days. Had we been able to use the art to create it as we did with the ones in the prison ages, it would have already been finished. But things always take longer to build when you must do it by hand. Now Artus is looking forward to having our bedroom back. I should be too, but I keep wondering how I will be able to sleep there, knowing our sons are just a wall away. I worry how they'll act when they greet us. How different they will be from the laughing boys I remember playing with toy boats in Myst's reflection pool. They were happy then. We all were happy. Anna was still with us, and the love we shared as a family knew no bounds.
Something I want to mention that I just thought about. Whenever we saw the flashback of Yisha running into the fireplace, someone was chasing her into the fireplace, presumably one of the brothers. But it looked like they were already in Tamana, because they weren't coming from the fireplace, they were going to the fireplace. If the linking books are in or through the fireplace and down below, it feels like they were already in Tamana.
Then Anna died, and our cozy world unraveled. To deal with the loss of his grandmother, Artus buried himself in work, spending less and less time with our sons. At 8 years old, Cyrus must have seen this as rejection, but even then his pride was too well formed to let it show. And as for Akinar, he'd never known how to appropriately channel his emotions. I do not excuse the crimes committed. Cyrus and Akinar shattered so many lives in far worse ways than Anna's death shattered ours. It's for this reason that I have stood by Artus's decision and left my sons imprisoned all these years. But I cannot escape my own culpability in this. For when Cyrus and Akinar needed me most, I was too consumed by sorrow to see. I am being torn in two. I am trapped between a mother's love for her children and a woman's loyalty to her husband. I don't know. It is so hard. I watch Artus and Akinar trying to communicate, and it feels like knife blades ripping through my heart. They don't know how to relate to each other. Akinar speaks only from emotions, and Artus fears he's made his son a savage. Only my presence keeps things from fraying. It's easier with Cyrus. They share a love of science, and Cyrus's willingness to discuss advancements he's made ignites a similar excitement in Artus. Yet even then, Artus doesn't believe. He's unwilling to trust because he knows what monsters they have been. I must find a way to resolve this. I must break through Artus's doubts and get him to see what he cannot. It's been a long time since I've written in this journal. I thought perhaps I had lost it, but while repotting plants in my study, I found it behind one of the incubators. It must have fallen there when Artus reconfigured the generator. No matter, I have it now. Yisha asked me today if Artus and I are still arguing. She was seated at the patio table, her head bowed over her school books. She was concentrating so hard on tracing a Gorohovati, I don't think she saw my reaction. We have always been careful not to disagree in front of her. I should have realized how insightful she can be. I watched my daughter forming the Dani words so carefully, and I remembered how easy it had been to convince Artus to start teaching her the art. He never did teach Cyrus or Akinar. He started to. He wrote Jananin specifically for that purpose. But after a while, he feared they would abuse it, so he stopped. He's not worried with Yisha. He sees how curious she is about life, and how full of warmth she can be. It's obvious how much he adores her, as, I think, do Cyrus and Akinar. If there is any hope in this for all of us, it will be through her.
Forgive my pronunciation. Garohevi? Garoviti? Is the dining language used to write descriptive books. Okay. Gahro Hevti. Did she? Whoops.
Arguing. She was seated. I must not let family tensions upset her. Tomorrow I will speak to Artus about my going to Tay for a few days. Perhaps time away will help me gain perspective and discover what it is I need to do.
So is that where she is right now? Is that Tay? Is that the reason for her being absent from this game, more or less? Garo Hevti. Okay.
I must not let
Interesting. No memory about the butterflies? I mean, it makes sense. Like, I don't, like, she went through all the trouble of helping essentially her people escape into Tay. So it makes sense that they would keep the link to Tay so that she could go visit her people. I can't go back down to where I passed out. Okay. Hello. I mean, what makes a home? The people that are there. Like, yes, like you have memories attached to a location, but you still have those memories even if you are not at the location. And so even if Riven no longer escapes, she still has her people at Tay, and they can still relive the memories of Riven and still carry on the traditions and the culture. Just like with Dunny. Dunny no longer exists. What the hell is going on with my hand? Sorry. My hand was getting excited, apparently. You mean brothers and parents? Yeah, exactly. Just as released on as the new Dunny. Exactly. That's where I was going before my hand started having a panic attack. I don't know. Okay. Let's go see what. I'm sure there's going to be a memory attached to this.
This is only part of our family tree, Yisha. If we wanted to, we could trace our lineage all the way back to when our ancestors first arrived in Dunny.
Wow. I wonder if this is Cirrus, Alcanar, and Yisha. I wonder if those three are Cirrus, Alcanar, and Yisha because they're all like together. Like they're siblings. But again, we will properly solve that once the game kind of directs us to, because I think the game is more directing us to go to one of the two prison ages next. I think like we can choose. Like I don't think we're being like forced into doing one or the other first. And so if that's the case, which age do y'all think I should do first? Should I do Spire first, or should I do Haven first? Oh no, I haven't forgotten. Don't worry, we're gonna go check out the books in the bedroom. I'm surprised. We were just talking about you earlier because Lyric gifted you a sub. So congratulations. Enjoy the sub, man. How surprised are you? Cricket, cricket, cricket. Once again, I make a horrible, horrible joke. Okay. Your sub-hero strikes again. We know what's in that cabinet. I love that you can see the reflection of that in this window. What's interesting is you can see like the glow of the light kind of merging into like the wood, which makes me think this isn't actually a reflection. They just redrew that and made like a made it super transparent, like mimic a reflection. Which is very fascinating looking at the game development side of it. Or possibly that one too. No, it's definitely the desk over there. Oh, hi. It's a mask. I don't think I saw that before. Okay, y'all said the books were in here, right? I don't think I went over here actually. Oh no, I did. I would because this is how I turned on this lamp. It said that there is a symbol I am supposed to press.
That was such a good day. I wish so many things, Artus. Tell me again we did the right thing.
I think I see the symbol. Never mind. Unless I'm supposed to open this first. And then... Aha! I was like, that button stands out. And also, I love that they were hiding it because they didn't make it the very obvious hand to like, oh, this is interactable. Okay. So I'm pretty sure red and blue. So obviously blue is Akinar, red is Sirius. So, I don't actually remember which age is which. Which age is Haven, which age is Spire? Blue is Haven. Okay. Now, what do y'all think? Should I do Spire first, or should I do Haven first? So I don't think there is a particular order that I have to do them in. I'm gonna read both anyway. I'm just gonna... You think I should... Oh no. Got one more say to break the tie? Let's start reading. So we're gonna read Haven first. As always, it must be.
Spire, I've called it. For that's the image I kept in mind as I wrote the book that would link here. A soaring rock and crystal spire rising out of dense clouds like the watchtower of some gem-studded castle. Now that I'm here and am exploring the age in person, I find it to be exactly as I'd envisioned. Beautiful, yet so very deceptive. From the tower formation upon which I sit, an ocean of clouds spreads out below me. Rough stone steps descend toward them, ending at an empty terrace area. Created over centuries by the erosive power of wind, these steps are so evenly matched that I almost believe they were man-made. Yet, how could they be? For Spire has never had any inhabitants. Steps are not the only example of how the illusion I sought to create in this age holds true. Shortly after linking here, I walked through massive archways of stone, searching for a view beneath the clouds. As I walked, I felt as if the ghosts of a past civilization walked with me. This feeling was only enhanced by the beautiful harmonic sounds heard everywhere I went. I would have liked to determine the source of these sounds, simply for my own edification. But other...
Almost sounds like this might be like a spiritual successor to Cybernetic with the way they're describing all the sounds.
concerns must take precedence. Having found the flora caverns and assured myself of Spire's ability to support human life, I'm at last ready to leave. I even feel more comfortable with my decision to use this age as a prison world if I must. Yet I am sad to leave it too. There is still so much I could learn about the art simply by spending more time here, comparing the age with my original intentions for it. Unfortunately, once I link away, dropping my Myst book into the clouds as I leave, I know I will never be back. And I truly must go, for I still have another prison age to investigate.
Oh, that was actually surprisingly short. I thought that, wow, okay. So Spire is very crystalline. Sounds like maybe you're gonna be dealing with like sound puzzles or something. Before I let me bring this up and label this as Spire. Spile. Spile. I don't know why that's giving my tongue a tying. Spire is interesting. Whatever I do, you recommend not getting up to go to the bathroom when I link back from an age. You've seen far too many people do that and miss something extremely important. Okay. Thanks for the thank you for the heads up on that.
Never be discouraged by a mistake, Artus. My grandmother, Anna, always used to say. Strive to learn from it instead, and you will achieve great things. Today on Haven, I saw my grandmother's words become truth. The broken ship merged into the causeway near Haven's coastline is exactly what I'd hoped it would be. A promise of intrigue and adventure, so palatable it made my own heart race with excitement to see it. I thought of how much fun the boys I'd met in Stoneship Age, Emmett, Branch, and Will, would have had playing in it, and almost wish I could bring their children here to do so. But Haven must remain off-limits to all if it's to become the prison world I wrote it to be. My sole foray into the age has proved it to be capable of supporting human life, though of course none exists there at this time. Much of Haven's interior is comprised of a dense tropical rainforest, which is obviously teeming with beasts. I saw several as I explored, though they usually kept their distance. A few of the fruit eaters did stare at me curiously as I made my way under their nests. No doubt, having never encountered a human being before, they did not think to fear me. They might even have summoned the courage to become friends, had I stayed there any longer. Alas, I could not, for the weight of urgency was upon me, having convinced myself of the need to protect my Myst library should some overly greedy explorer stumble onto it. I felt it necessary to link home very quickly, taking only a few brief minutes to watch the sun set over Haven's freshwater lake. I swam out to the middle and linked away. By now, the linking book I used will have sunk underwater and have been destroyed. Consequently, there remains but one task to finish before I can sleep. I must write 2 additional linking books tonight, one for Haven and one for Spire, my other prison age, then place them on display in the library. I shall also have to warn Cirrus and Achenar to stay away from them, and tell Catherine, of course, when all is finished.
There's the retcon right there, what y'all were telling me yesterday about how they retconned the prison books initially. Ah. Okay. Okay, so this is Haven. Combo. Okay. So honestly, as we head back up to go use the crystal viewer again. Also keep in mind, I am not stuck in either age until I finish, so I can easily come back if I feel stuck. Oh, nice. Okay. So this isn't like the original Myst where you have to solve the entire age to get the linking book back. This is more like Myst 3, where the linking book was there for you to come back to possibly make progress on multiple ages all at the same time. But with the descriptions, it almost sounds like Haven is like a combination of Stone Ship and Channelwood. Like the very obvious ship, and then he even makes the reference to like Emmett and the boys. But then also like he's talking about like all the animals and curious creatures. Oradana, yeah, Oradana. I'm starting to see like all the Myst games kind of have like the stereotypes for ages that they include. It's kind of like a combo of them. And I think, as I said, also the Spire sounds like Selenetic the way they were describing it. So let's check out Haven first. So we got tall blue, slightly less tall red, both single. Yes, I know. They were made by Ubisoft. In this game, they turned out to be ages perfect for drawing in and trapping the very kinds of peoples the Suns became. Interesting. Does this one... Hold on, let me look at this again. I think I got that right. And then I've got short purple, diamond green, and crown yellow. Short, diamond, crown. Short. I remember it was crown, yellow, and then I think it was purple, diamond. There's the diamond. I messed that up somehow. Oh, yeah, it was green diamond, purple short. I mixed those colors up. So, green diamond. And purple short. Well, that's Haven. Man, that ship looks beaten down. Okay. So what does Spire look like? We got small green, double blue. I was already on small. I see it changed to green. Got small green. A lot of Dunny did this to their personal libraries. Oh, with my hand. Oh, I see what's going on. You were leaning slightly that way. That's why you kept picking up my hand as it's sitting on the mouse. A lot of Dunny did this to their personal libraries where there'd be a prison-age book that would entice intruders. I mean, that makes sense, just so, like, you know, they can check to see if there's any tampering. Because, like, you know, they're gonna come in and they're gonna go, oh, the book on display first. Must check out that one. And then we have slanted, single red, and that is... yellow V? It would be misleading as the vast majority of Dunny didn't own linking books. Okay. And then we have Cyan Diamond. Whoa! And that's Spire. Dunny did store away their restricted books and hide them and hid them in the only linking books displayed openly, as they can be replaced unless Artus learned the hard way. Oh, interesting. Okay, so they used them, but owning them was a sign of wealth, a sign of status. Okay. Well, I definitely think I am interested in checking out Spire first, because that's a very interesting... Curious to see what's going on with, like, those statues. Artus stored his descriptive books in the library on Myst instead of putting the linking books there. So when the descriptive books were burned, they were unreplaceable, and those ages thus unable to be linked to ever again. Okay. And with that, I think we are about ready to go to Spire. That's where Gin was smarter, as we saw in the remake. He stored his descriptive book of 233 in the age itself. If a descriptive book is damaged, all linking books attached to it stop working. That's very, it's very similar. I think a good way to put that is, because I also, I use like URL links to be able to like link to different videos that I put out and stuff like that. But those URL links are like usually very long and very scary. So I use like a URL shortener, and that URL shortener is using the same link, but just changing it to a not as scary link, like by naming it like Myst 4 Revelations Episode 3 or something as like the blue hypertext URL. But if the original long scary URL stops working, then the short one will stop working as well. Guilds monitored and regulated all books, so only criminals had books. So only criminals had books that were truly secret. Okay. Okay. Let's go to Spire. Oh, this looks awesome. Death books? What is a death book? We are high. Look how gorgeous that is. Spire is even more metal than rhyme. Oh, imagine being trapped here, though. Oh, that's terrifying. Well, before we start exploring, we're gonna go ahead and run an ad real quick. Oh. Also, there appears to be a problem. Yeah, there's definitely a problem. This whole cage is broken, which means where is the linking book back? It's a book that leads to a lethal age. Oh, so do you just link and then instantly die because of like oxygen, a lack of oxygen, or you like link into a spot that like makes you fall into like a pit of lava or something? You're the gaping big hole. I mean, I'm sure it's still secure. Like, I personally, I would be too scared of like falling into the abyss to try walking right here. This age is gorgeous, though. I mean, just look at that site. While we're just chilling on break for a second, I was waiting for the ad to finish up. So with as you notice, I have like the little like avatars now, and you should be able to actually like you choose your own avatar. There should be an overlay on the stream that has a little like square that says like SA. Hit that, and it should bring like a pop-up. And you can like, you should be able to like choose like what avatar you want there. I think the avatars cost like 100 points or whatever, but you just earn the points just by watching. If you wanna get your own little avatar out there. In fact, that is how they executed some criminals by forcing them to use a death book. Is that not like some cruel and unusual punishment? That seems very like. Hmm. Hmm. So let's start exploring this age a little bit, see what's going on here. As is obvious, we have the giant, almost explosion? Possibly? And we're back. Welcome back. This is like almost like an explosion of something that happened right here. Cause like, it looks like this was this theme that's playing right now. Some say is the Myst theme extremely slowed down. Oh, I'm gonna have to play with that. Cause I can like whenever I'm doing editing, I can like put it in to where I like get this soundtrack and just speed it up to see like what it sounds like. Oh, that'll be fun to figure out. I mean, that's very much Myst theme right there. That dun 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 dun. Or at least that little motif. Dunny had nearly 10,000 years of history, plenty of time for a lot of trouble. Well, we're dealing with our own bit of trouble right here. You look like where a book's supposed to be, but it's not here. Oh, actually, no, the book is there. Oh, okay, so here's how I go back. I'm assuming this is the linking book back. It is indeed. Do you show me where you link to by chance? Do you link back down? Into the linking chamber, or do you just link to someplace random? Or you're just gonna keep I think you're just spinning indefinitely. You're not actually gonna show me where you land. Yeah, you're just spinning indefinitely. You. In some kind of horn? At least in the linking chamber. The only way the linking chamber can work. Gotcha, okay. Seems there is a book over here as well.
Dad told me you never wanted to learn Donnie when you were little. That's why he never taught you.
I guess I didn't back then. I was having too much fun learning other stuff. I was pretty stupid back then.
Here, maybe you should try learning now. With me.
Really? You'll teach me, Donnie?
Why not? Somebody should.
Oh no, I wonder if Artus knew about this. I can't actually read this book, but it's probably like lessons in Dunny or him practicing Dunny. That's how they would hand stuff back and forth right there, even though it looks like they, even when this was in pristine state, they could just hand smaller things, at least, like the book, through the bars. So did Cirrus learn, because that's obviously Cirrus, did he learn how to possibly, did he possibly learn the art of writing enough to cause an explosion in his own age? There's no way he would have the descriptive book of Spire, though. So I don't think that's the case. That is terrifying. I am terrified of heights. Holy crap. Well, I have to say, this age is very aptly named. Have fun! He says tentatively. Love how intense this whole age is. Yeah, this is... You know, the slight mouse acceleration every so often is not helping with this. Just a giant blue glow. I wonder what's causing that glow. Oh, I can investigate this? Let me just lean my whole body out and see what's going on. Okay, a button that's not working. Oh, here's the statues. So this is where the viewer looks at. Looks like we have several different ways we can go. We can go check out the statue. There's a pathway over there. And there's also a pathway over here. Let's go check out the statues first.
Come on. You must have seen it a million times growing up. What was it like? Father was writing. Mother was. Left of him. Who had the boat? I had the boat. Yes! Yes, I had the boat.
This is the picture that was above the fireplace. He was recreating it. Wow. I guess he had a lot of time on his hands being in the prison age. No wonder he was able to make that sculpture for Yisha.
I thought I was the only devious one in our family. But this... Oh, this is classic. No book, father, no linking. Fuck! Oh! Thanks, Chris. Thank you.
Speaking of intense, holy crap. I don't know what actor was playing Cirrus here, but wow. I can tell this age is gonna be like, it's gonna be kind of hard to tell. Like, or there might be areas where it's hard to tell where I'm going. That was just the first day.
Double passed through both loops. Beautiful knot. Let's just hope the linking book is down there.
Possibly second day. So he was like trying to explore and go further down to see if he could find where the linking book landed. That was an interesting memory. He's used to there being links back very close to when he arrives. Well, you know, when you go around destroying ages, you get what's coming to you. Destroying people, hurting people. Let's see what's back this way. Okay, also not working. So there's no power. Oh, wait. I stand corrected.